Today's words of wisdom, the greatness of a master, will be presented in French and English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulaxese or Vietnamese, Chinese, Croatian, Dutch, English, French, German, Hebrew, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Thai, Urdu, and Turkish. Connue pour sa déclaration des droits de l'homme et du citoyen, la France est un pays qui a mis en avant les principes de liberté, d'égalité et de fraternité. Le peuple français a bon cœur et est bien connu pour accueillir les immigrants venus chercher un foyer. La nation française a eu une influence positive sur de nombreux pays à travers sa législation et son excellence dans de nombreux domaines. Par exemple, dans le domaine de l'exploration, les Français ont été à l'avant-garde de l'aérospatiale avec les frères Montgolfier et leur célèbre montgolfière qui a permis à l'homme de s'élever dans les airs. Aujourd'hui, les Français sont toujours à la pointe de la technologie, en particulier dans l'aérospatiale et les transports terrestres, avec entre autres le train à grande vitesse, ou TGV, détenteur du record de vitesse. Nous devons aussi le cinéma à Léon Bouly et la photocouleur aux frères Lumière. Toutes ces innovations ont permis à beaucoup de Français de traverser les frontières et d'apporter leur esprit de solidarité dans le monde entier via des organisations célèbres comme Médecins sans frontières et Emmaüs International. La France est aussi bien connue en médecine avec les découvertes de Louis Pasteur et sur les vaccins. Dans le monde des arts, c'est Claude Monet qui a révolutionné la peinture avec l'impressionnisme. On ne peut bien sûr pas parler de la France sans mentionner la haute couture, la gastronomie et le savoir-vivre qui ont fait de ce pays une destination touristique romantique. La France est aussi une terre de paysages variés s'étendant de la côte atlantique jusqu'à la Méditerranée, en passant par le Jura et les Alpes, dont le plus haut sommet, le Mont Blanc avec ses 4808 mètres, est aussi le toit de l'Europe. Au cours de sa tournée mondiale de conférences en 1993 et suite à l'invitation de sincères chercheurs de vérité, Maître suprême Ching Hai accepta de se rendre dans cet ancien pays de romances et d'histoires colorées pour partager sa sagesse et sa connaissance de la vérité. En août 2007, Maître suprême Ching Hai est retourné en France pour un séminaire. Nous vous invitons à présent à suivre la discussion suivante entre Maître suprême Ching Hai et les membres de notre association intitulée The Greatness of a Master. C'était à Paris, en France.
Anybody know why the master asked the disciple to smell the flower and write out what it is? Why does he do such a, it looks so obvious thing? Yeah? Why? And still somebody don't even describe it as a rose. They say something else. It's also a parable again, you know? Like, okay, what you see is what you see. Don't make something out of it. And if you see the truth inside, yeah, then outwardly you should manifest it as well. Yeah? Because if a person who say he saw truth and he saw the virtue and beauty of God, and outside he doesn't act like that, then how you even know? Huh? If a rose doesn't look like a rose, it doesn't smell like a rose, then it is a rose? It's not a rose. Too obvious, right? Okay. And somebody who sees the rose, it look like a rose. and it does smell like a rose, and then still talking nonsense about it, then of course he didn't get it then. So you don't always think that the master why do such thing, why necessary to test the disciple. My God, what a test. Just to say a bottle of water is a bottle of water, what kind of test is that? And still somebody fell. This is typical, no? Yeah, you know it too well, and you're laughing, smiling. I know that green is, yeah. We know it, but we do the wrong thing all the time. Huh? So complicated mind. If something smells like a rose, look like a rose, and it grows on a rose bush, what is that then? Huh? What is it? It's a banana maybe? A banana in disguise maybe? Oh yeah, incredible. People are so incredible, I can't believe it. Yeah, you're laughing, but it's true like that. Some of you, No? The obvious thing, yeah? I thought, If I say I want an apple juice, and you bring an orange juice, and then you say, I thought. I thought you mean orange. How can I mean orange? And no matter how much it costs, our time, energy, sometimes finance, we have to just do the right thing. That's that. And there's no argue, okay? The right thing is the right thing. There are only two ways to do things, the right way and the wrong way. No? And sometimes there's some medium size in between, like not wrong, not right, no good for anybody. No harm, no good. Yeah, neutral. Okay. All right. This is one of the order of the Sufis. Sufism is one of the, maybe a little later day of Muslim, yeah? They're still Muslim, just differently. So anyway, this is one of the order of the Muslim. They are very nice people. It seems like a lot of good master came from Sufi's order, yeah? And also they really are practicing the truth, yeah? Perhaps at that time, after that, they form a different, branch. And in that branch, fortunately, they have an enlightened master again, from the lineage, from Muhammad or other master after Muhammad, so they have a real teaching, yeah? Anyway, this is one of the teaching, one of the master. His name is Bahodin. He was sitting with some of his disciples, and then other followers come in to the meeting hall or meditation hall, main hall, whatever. The followers are different from disciples. It may be convenient method and Guanyin practitioners, yeah? Or some people, a true follower is like that. They know about the master. They respect the master. And they know the master teaching is good. But they cannot put down a piece of beefsteak or a piece of pork. They cannot put it down. It's so simple, but they can't.
Vegetarianism in religion.
The Baha'i Faith. Regarding the eating of animal flesh and abstinence therefrom, know thou of a certainty that, in the beginning of creation, God determined the food of every living being, and to eat contrary to that determination is not approved. Selections from the Baha'i writings of some aspects of health and healing.
Buddhism. All meats eaten by living beings are of their own relatives. Lankavatara Sutra.
Cao Dai. The most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. If we kill and eat them, then we owe them a blood debt. Teachings of the Saints.
Christianity. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Holy Bible.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. Holy Bible.
Confucianism. All men have a mind which cannot bear to see the sufferings of others. The superior man, having seen the animals alive, cannot bear to see them die. Having heard their dying cries, he cannot bear to eat their flesh. Mencius. Essenes.
I am come to end the sacrifices and feasts of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. Gospel of the Holy 12.
Hinduism. Since you cannot bring killed animals back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Adilila.
He who desires to augment his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures lives in misery in whatever species he may take his birth. Mahabharata anew.
Islam. Allah will not give mercy to anyone except those who give mercy to other creatures. Hadith.
Do not allow your stomachs to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been especially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutra Kritanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field. Tract of the Quiet Way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure. The supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
Everybody knows that vegetarian diet is good for health and to save the planet. They will be awakening their own great, compassionate, loving self-nature, and then their level of consciousness will rise up automatically, and they will understand more than they ever did, and they'll be closer to heaven than what they are right now. I'm reading you a story, okay, from the Sufism. Old Sufism, eh? This is a long time already. Must be sometime hundreds of years ago, or 1,000 years ago. There's a master called Bahodin was sitting with some disciples when a number of followers came into the meeting hall. Elsha asked them one by one why they came. Yeah. So the first one said, "Oh, Elsha probably is the name for that master. You know the title. Yeah." Asked them one by one to say why he came. Yeah. So the first one said, "You are the greatest man on earth," said to the master, praise the master. Yeah. So the master said, "I gave him a potion when he was ill, and so he thinks I am the greatest man on earth." It's one of the followers, you know. So people sometimes follow the master for just a very simple reason, because he or she heals them. See, in that case, Jesus had many followers, remember? They even come to touch his clothes to heal themselves. Yeah. So it's not like if a master have a lot of so-called disciples or followers, that means that master is great, or that means that the whole group are great people, are great saints. People follow a person for different reasons. And look at how many people follow, say, Rolling Stones or the Beatles. Yeah. That was the first man who came and said, "You are the greatest man on earth. That's why I came." And the only reason he called the master the greatest man was because the master gave him some medicine and cured his sickness for once. I could have done that with an aspirin or two. I became the greatest woman on the planet. That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, that's why mostly when they go out to give help to disaster victim, I better not be there, or I can't conceal myself somewhere behind. I do sometime, but and also I don't have time. Besides, somebody has to earn money, no? Yeah. I'm not proud of it. Just giving money. But my situation is like that. I can't just travel anywhere all the time for that. So for that, I'm very grateful to the people who, really sacrifice their time, and bring their heart and bring my love to comfort the victims. They're like my extended hands, eyes, and mouth and ears, yeah? Better give money than nothing, no? Don't you think? Yeah, money they can buy stuff, even if our disciples don't have much time and not many people can come, but they can give it to the native organization or the disaster victim and gather there and buy, and they can distribute it together. They would be helpful, no? Yeah, especially some poor country, the cost of living is not high, yeah? Like $1,000 here is like $10,000 some other country, Yeah, you can stretch it out that infinitely. In India, I live for maybe only 1 or 2 rupees per day. Yeah, it's possible. I didn't eat much, of course, chapati, peanut, and cucumber, and sometimes a little treat. But even then you survive. But here, what do you do with the rupee? Even if the rupee is equivalent to 10 cents or something, you can't buy much with 10 cents, no? Maybe one chewing gum. Is that possible? Not even? So even if my money is not that much, but it helps them in the time of truly need. And that's what is count, yeah? Yeah, better than giving them a lot of money later when they already don't really need it. It's just when they're really in desperate situation, old person lost all the medicine, for example, like that. This would be helpful in this such situation, yeah? Money is better than nothing, huh? Yeah, better than not going there and no money also, right? Okay, so even if I cannot go there, at least the money will help them. Okay, that's only the point. Otherwise, our money, the help we help is not very much, very little, $30,000, how much is that, Not really much, yeah? But it can help the whole village to survive for 1 week, in some cases, or more than that, or more people than that. Yeah. So it's cool, yeah? Like here, you want to build a house, it costs you maybe $50,000, no? A house like this, how much it costs? More? Okay, 70? 100? Okay, maybe. But a simple house like this, even, for example, in Costa Rica, it costs maybe $20,000 only. So if I give $20,000 to one of the sister who has her house burned down, that equivalent to I gave you here $100,000. It doesn't matter how much, as long as he get the thing that he needs, you see? So, okay, now you know. So the reason that person came because he thinks the master is the greatest man on earth, just because he gives them medicine when he needs. So now the second one say, my spiritual life has opened up since I have been allowed to visit you. Second one, cool in a song like that. So the master say, explain to other people after, he was uncertain and ill at ease, and none would listen to him. So I sat with him, and the resultant serenity is called by him his spiritual opening life. Just somebody listen to him, that's it. The master just sit with him and listen to him and make him more confident, and then he think his spiritual life is open up. So disciples have many types, huh? Followers also have many types. These are followers anyway, they're not disciples. So, number 3 now. So the master was very honest. Yeah, he kept telling them the reason why the follower call him great this, great that. Not because they understood the greatness, the real greatness of the master. It's just because somehow, conveniently, the master helped them, and at that time they need it, so they feel it's very great. Yeah, that's just one of the reasons I don't appear in front of those disaster area. People at that time they might think I'm the greatest woman on the whole universe then, and then what for? is a misunderstanding. Yeah. If they know me for my spiritual attainment, it's okay, but not just through a pack of rice and some mineral water or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Also, we're busy. Yeah. Also, if I go there, the people will pay more attention to me than doing the disaster work, which is urgent. You understand me now? Okay. Good. Right, number 3. So the second guy was, a very shy and inconfident man. So the master sat with him, talked to him, boost his confidence. So he think the master understood him, and therefore the master must have a very great understanding, great knowledge. Okay. But he didn't have to do that. All he does is just go to a psychiatrist, and do the same. So the third follower say, you are the only one that understand me, the master, The master understand me. And all I ask is that you allow me to hear your discourses for the good of my soul. Sounds good, no? Sounds like he knows something, huh? Wait. The master is not fooled, and he has no ego at all to fall into all these glorious phrases. Look at how he explained it now. He knows it through and through. Look. The master says he needs attention and wishes to have notice paid to him. He needs somebody to pay notice to him, pay attention to him, that's it. Even if it is in criticism. So the master said that. This he calls the good of his soul. The master knows it through and through and through. You see? And he don't have any ego to keep it for himself, to fool all the disciples and followers. Look, see, he say I'm the greatest man on earth. Oh, he say I am the only one understanding. He say I open spiritual life for the good of his soul. He could take all this credit. You see? He doesn't. Why? No ego. He's honest. He used anything to teach his disciple to discern what is true and what is not. What is the real understanding of spiritual practice and what is just, sentimental, emotional, yeah? Or just attention-seeking kind of motive, yeah? Okay. Now. And another one even, not enough, the fourth one said, I went from one to another, practicing what they taught. It was not until you gave me wazifa, means maybe some exercise, means some spiritual exercise or something, maybe yoga, posture, maybe. This is some kind of certain exercise, certain, maybe yoga posture, Like sometimes you go to master or some yogi school, they teach you just a physical exercise, remember? To bring the chi up and down or whatever. Some certain very difficult posture, yeah? Or breathing exercise, something like that. So the master gave him one of those. So after you gave me a wasifa exercise, exercise, that I truly felt the illumination of contact with you. Wow. Big talk, eh? You think he understood? Better. Something happened to him. Let's see what happened according to the master down here. The master say, the exercise, the exercise which I gave to this man was a concocted one, not related to his spiritual life, so-called spiritual life at all. I had to demonstrate his illusion of spirituality before I could arrive at the part of this man which is really spiritual, not sentimental. See, I'm right. So maybe this master have gave them one of those sentimental support or exercise. And then of course he feels somehow, some emotional opening, and he thought that's it, the spiritual life has been uplifted, has been opened to him. Is not it. There's a difference, big difference between spiritual attainment or understanding and emotional outburst or emotional touchy-feely. Yeah. Sometimes some people say something nice to you, and it touches some emotional part of your heart, and then you cry also. Yeah. But that by no means you understand a spiritual koan, or your spiritual has been elevated. No? Our human being system is a complex one. Yeah, the top of the creation, of course. No animals, no other being has such a complex system that we carry around every day with us. We are walking God. Yeah, we have all kind of things. We have emotional, spiritual, we have painful feeling, we have happiness, we have joy. We can express it, we can withhold it, we can control it, we can let it go. Even a robot may look exactly like you, cannot do all this. They can't control their feeling, they can't exercise things on their feeling, they don't have feeling. They might imitate the feeling if you put some data about if you upload or download some information about emotional. When you see some funeral, you should cry. When you see a beautiful woman, you should say, oh la la. Maybe if you put all that in, then the computer man will react. Yeah, and it might look the same, but it's not the same. Yeah, just like the Indian inborn natural NQ, it's not the same as somebody make a replica out of it. It's also beneficial, and in the long run, it will be good to all human if we can emulate some greatness of somebody or some race of people. It will be nice, even if just by exercise it outwardly. It will slowly become our nature too. But it's not like inborn. You know what I mean? A born prince is not like a knighted prince. Okay, that's what it is. So, you capish everything, right? The 4 people who follow the masters. You understand their spiritual state of being or not? They don't have any spiritual state. They're just feeling something, you know. Maybe feeling a little loved, you know, attentive from the master. Yeah, because nobody ever paid attention to him before. He's a nobody in the society. And here, a master who is surrounded by disciples, revered by all of them, and listen to him. Sit with him and tell him that you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Maybe it's just scratching outside of the dress, you know? Yeah. The massage outside of the bullet-proof jacket. You feel some movement. You do know something going on, but it doesn't help much. It's just probably better than nothing, yeah? One of those 4 people, or all 4 of them, they're looking for something to lean on, yeah? To rest their a little tiring mental struggle with society at large, with themselves, with their friends, family. But they're not truly looking for God. Yeah? So the master has to give them what they need. See? If somebody likes apple, we give apple. You see? We might say, okay, banana tastes better, more nutrition, but we cannot force the person to eat. He might not listen. He loves apple, and that's it. Okay? And it's fine. So, the point is, not everyone comes to a master truly understand the depth of his searching. Yeah? If he ever searched anything at all, apart from looking for maybe a parent figure, you know, a mother figure or a father figure or a sister or a friend, that the master also can be. Yeah? That is also fine. But there's something else behind all this friendship, motherhood, fatherly love that we have to look for. Yeah, for our own sake. Yeah, so that we don't always rely on the master just for this sentimental comfort, but we go forward and grow up and be ourselves and be the great self again. You see, that's a pity. Some people don't always come to master to look for that. And the master always say about that. But no, come and ask for something else. Yeah, just like the story of the king, remember? One day he gave all his treasure, in different places and tell people to go and get it. And everybody go get the gold, the silver, the carpet, the silk, the embroidery, furniture, or anything at all. And only one girl, she walked right to the end and found the king there. I only want you. That's a clever one. Huh? Because if she has the king, what else should she need for? She will never need of gold. She will never be in need of it. Yeah. And most people are blind by these material comfort or possession. So they don't want to look any further. Because this is such a situation of the world that make people that way. They're not born that way. They're born from glorious places, mostly. So they come here, and the Maya make them struggle for a living. So all they can think of is money, gold, for more comfort, more glory, more easy life. Working day and night like this and don't even have ends meet. This is terrible for them. So how can they even forget the survival necessity, All they can think of is tomorrow, how to eat. Tomorrow have more, or the neighbor have better car. It's just everything around them just make them think that way. And slowly become like their nature. And they identify themselves with it. And that's how the ego is born. And once they get all this, what they think is glory, then the ego is become like a solid prison. You can't break it out anymore. I earn all this. I made it. Yeah, I am great. I'm clever. I'm a good businessman. You see what I provide for all my family. And I have more to give my neighbor. Yeah, or disaster victim, whatever. And then the ego gets more and more crown, get greater and greater position, and nobody can talk to that guy anymore. Remember the joke yesterday? The guy said he has a desperate for a meeting and he wanted to park a car. He couldn't find it, so please, Lord, if you make me a parking space, I will go to the church every day. And what else did he say? Huh?
Stop drinking.
And stop drinking even. And then suddenly a park space available. And said, oh, never mind, Lord. I have found one. I have found one. Oh, it can be the true story, It can be the true story. Such a cute human. God can only be laughing.
Ce fut un honneur de vous avoir parmi nous aujourd'hui dans Paroles de sagesse. À suivre, c'est musique et poésie sur Supreme Master Television. Tout de suite, après les nouvelles d'exception, alors restez avec nous. Puissent les bénédictions du paradis bénir chaque jour de votre vie. We are honored to have you with us today on Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is music and poetry on Supreme Master Television right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned. May heaven's blessing grace your life each and every day.